took care of a lot of people. And I didn't do it to talk about it now, or I didn't do it to get anything back. I did it because it was in my heart too. Like I always came from, I'm a project baby. I always came from the struggle, and I always cared about people next to me no matter what. Because I never could like walk in a place and buy a bunch of shit, and I'm walking in there with three guys who I know ain't got nothing. Everybody got to get something. Everybody. And that's just how it is. It's nothing to brag about. I mean, that's how it should be. I mean, chances are when we grow up in the hood, the one person that might have a bunch of money, chances are the rest of the people around him, from his family to his friends, got nothing. So what are you just gonna just get a bunch of new friends who got money? And that's my point about what I was making. Like these guys, they act like they don't come from the struggle. And I know that they take care of their own people and they take care of, but it's like when you look at a lot of people, celebrities that they only deal with celebrities. They only deal with whoever's up top. They only deal with that. If they think it's taboo if you fell. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Zeno. Because, if I don't got no bread, that don't make me not Zeno. That don't make what's inside of me and what made me not me. I'm just down right now. I'm gonna get it again. And it don't, unless I want to crash out, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Well, I enjoy my freedom now.
Mhm.
I don't got too many bids in me anymore. If I do one more bid, I'm dying in there. So I got to be more careful now with my age and how I move. And I enjoy being out here. I enjoy not being locked up. So, you know, I don't want no pity party or anything. Shit, we had a hell of a run from the streets to the source to TV. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know how to get checks. I know how to move around. But all the people that I've taken care of, I don't even get phone calls. What's up? How you doing? If they see one of these viral moments and they see me, although that shit don't mean nothing to me, but if they see it, you think they don't call. What's up? You nothing. It
Why is that? Do you think that your issues with Eminem got anything to do with this?
yeah, man, that's
It,
greatest
it,
great point.
let me ask you this: Do you? I
Great
always ask my
great point.
guests if you had one regret, what would that one regret be? Would your one
I
regret
don't.
be
I'll be
fucking with
honest.
Eminem?
No, hell no, no, nah. Because T, look, I mean this. Like we gonna be dead a lot longer than us when we was in wherever we was on this earth. And it's about the name you leave. It's about the legacy you leave. Like when we were at Eminem, it wasn't to go at Eminem personally. It wasn't to go at white people. It was who I was and what I stood for and what I believed and the position I was in. If I had said that and I wasn't had nothing to do with the source, would anybody have even cared? If I was just a nigga from Boston just rapping, you know what I'm saying, working at FedEx, and I said these things about Eminem, would anybody even give a fuck? They obviously cared because who I was.
But you got to know that too, though. When you say it, and you coming from a position of everybody knows you fucking
But
run the source.
now that be the difference. It's like when we got into, yeah, I, I ran a source, but I also was an artist. You know what I'm saying? I also was a rap artist. I came up in a time where battling people and dissing people on the mic and everything, that's all a part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the Eminem thing started as me saying a couple of words on a mixtape that was buried like number out of 20 songs, number 19. Somehow he heard it and really got crazy. Like, yo, see, once that happened, the Source magazine, because I was with the Source, got brought into it, but only because of when Eminem, when we started and I started, he went on Hot 97 and said a whole bunch of shit. That was a major platform back then. Talked a lot of, yeah, I didn't appreciate that because I'm still a street nigga. And I know he's not. See, like if I know how I grew up and know that he would never disrespect me in person, but doing this, so now it's like, okay, damn, it's supposed to be rap, but now he's on a platform and he got other people up there talking shit about me. And now I'm like, yo, this never happened before. Like I really never like I went through the short shit with the source staff, but now it's like, oh, like damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? And um that's when I kind of flexed the source power in there. But what man is not gonna flex the power he got in any situation? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do what anybody else is gonna do. I really don't live with regrets because, you know, I'm from Four Corners. Most of my niggas are wiped out. So it's like, this is all bonus and it's love and it's God given. It's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that hip hop was given to us to help out the melanated people. And now all because a white man comes in and he's supposed to get carte blanche and special treatment and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, this is the biggest thing, and I say this, and people heard me say it before, and it's true. 500 years from now, people are going to be looking at us, right? We're going to be gone. They're going to be looking at history. I don't know if they're going to be doing the hologram, but they'll look at this time in history. Now, when we look at Egypt, we always go to King Tut. There was many kings. We go to King Tut. Seemed like King Tut was like the most flamboyant back then. Out of all the kings, he seemed like what we are now, like the gold and everything. But they're going to look back at this time from, say, 70 to, say, 2024. And they're going to be like, damn, these young niggas was doing it back then. Man, this hip-hop shit was doing this. And hip-hop is, and then they're going to see, well, who was the most streamed and the most sold? And then his face is going to pop up. But that.
Why does that bother you though?
Because it's our culture. It's ours. Like, it's black people's culture. It's us. Why should somebody else get the credit to be the face of it? And that's what I always, and remember, I'm from Boston, where when you go to school in the 70s, when it's color, not black and white, where they spraying people with the black and white, yeah, that was back then. But in Boston, it was still going on and nobody knew about it. Black kids going to white schools. As soon as you pull into that white neighborhood, thousands of white people throwing rocks, little kids thinking you going through hell just to go to school. We went through that shit. So I seen what racism was. I seen what that was. I mean, you know, God gave hip hop to really bridge the cultures anyways. But once they start seeing white kids come to the culture and deal with us, they said, well, listen, we can't stop them, but at least let's give them a face that they could deal with. And I don't like that. I didn't appreciate that. And I said something about it. And, you know what I'm saying?
So it is your main issue just with him being white or him as a lyricist?
Oh, it has nothing to do with being white. It's the powers that be that give us the short end of the fucking stick, that take whatever we have to offer to theirs, disrespect us for it, march on us for it, don't want us to do it, then take it and make millions and billions off it from our blood. These kids out here, man, you don't think they could help stop this? You think all the bloodshed and everything, you know how much money these record labels are making from these kids? Blood? Then want to give us Eminem and he's the greatest rapper and he's the most, and no, it's not fair, man.
I think he was the most streamed artist on YouTube in 2022.
Listen, you know,
hip hop artist.
You know, my thing is the only regret when it comes to that. The only regret is I didn't go harder. How about that? Because exactly what I said was going to happen happened. Everything that I said was going to happen. Like, I'm not trying. Look, first of all, we're two different rappers. Okay.